was actually shocked that I got a text or an email from the Clutch agency that was promoting LeBron James for MVP. I was like, wait a minute. He's not even the MVP of his team. This team doesn't have the record that it has, isn't where it is, isn't the dangerous opponent that it is without Anthony Davis.
All right, man. So LeBron James is out here begging for MVP votes. Now, apparently, a longtime NBA insider, Rick Bucher, you forget some of these dudes that's been around a long time, still around, like David Aldridge, still around. He was around when I was a kid. Then he was doing the NBA on NBC. What's the other guy? Mark Stein been around for a long time. A lot of these guys were NBA insiders way before social media. You know, I remember, you know, when the NBA dominated the weekend, Saturday and Sundays, you had double and triple hitter Saturday and Sundays. They had the middle finger up to the NFL. That's how long. That's when I really was watching basketball, man. And you had a whole lineup. You had Hang Time coming on. Then you had Inside the Stuff. And then you had some basketball games all day coming on. So that's how long. I remember them being around then. You know, used to live for Inside the Stuff. Social media kind of, you know, or the internet, it's a good and a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to connect with people as they move around the world, but also took away from the nostalgia of you know, Blockbuster and you going outside and networking and having to be social. And I guarantee you, it's always been socially awkward people, but I guarantee you that we wouldn't have that many social hermits if, you know, if everybody lived in reality, didn't live so much on the internet. You know what I'm saying? So you used to have to go to the arcades and stuff and play NBA Showtime, House of Dead. Those all used to be fun. And now you got to go to a barcade, you know, to really enjoy that type of stuff and the old games. And that's a great date idea for some of you brothers and sisters out there, man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going to cost much. Cool. But, you know, for the most part, you know, he been around that long. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. And he basically said he got an email with them begging them to give LeBron James MVP votes. Are you serious? And he basically went on, and I played the clip before that, but I played the clip before this, the video. He basically went on to say, like, he wasn't even the most valuable person on his team. He wasn't the best player. It was Anthony Davis. So that's crazy. That's serious. That's super duper crazy, man. That this dude LeBron is really, like, he really out here pandering. Or not pandering. He out here begging for MVP votes. You know what I'm saying? He really out here, like, he really stat chasing to really, you know, be like, I'm the best. He ain't out here to say, well, I'm trying to win. Let me get this next championship or 2 championships. And maybe because that's not reality in this situation. So his family comfortable, they in LA, they happy. So he not gonna move around and chase no championship no more because, you know, he go to whatever, New York, or he go to Miami, I don't know, whoever close to the championship for his skill set, and he go there, and then that means Savannah and them doing their thing in LA, and he ain't there every day. You know, and his presence is there, especially with a little girl. You know, he raised his sons, whatever, and, you know, that's, you know, they need him too still, but, you know, that girl there, whatever. So, you know, and his wife starting a podcast too, that ain't never a good sign. Especially when you about to retire. But you know what? That's a topic for the Patreon. I might just speak on that on the Patreon. But nonetheless, man, but that's who he is. He wants to chase stats so he can say statistically, I can be the greatest of all time. You see him hoop in the sun like, I'm the GOAT. That's his ego. You know, and most people, anybody that's credible, that's born, you know, a millennial or after that or before that, nobody believes that. We've all seen what the NBA used to be, how competitive it used to be. Like, he ain't from that era. He didn't elevate the game anyway. Under his wing, and it wasn't his fault per se, all of it. Under his wing, the NBA has declined in popularity. Magic and Bird took it out the basement. Michael Jordan took it all the way to the stratosphere. No, LeBron James, you know, the one thing he was known was for killing rivalries, joining his adversaries to try to win a championship. That's what he was known for. The AAU, you know, LeBron kind of was the face of the AAU infusion into the NBA. And what I mean by that, what do you call it? The AAU unification, where everybody being friends and nobody longer being competitors or nothing like that, and everybody friendly and no more rivalries. You know? So yeah, I don't consider him the greatest of all time. He's a great basketball player. I believe he exceeded the hype. You know, all the odds that was against him to fail, and they did a great job of protecting him as a young man and doing everything right for the most part. But he's not the most skilled basketball player I've seen play. He's not the greatest. He's a damn great basketball player. He's in that top 5 range, top 3, whatever. Depends what you're talking about. Just, skill for skill. I know a bunch of ball players more skillful than, I don't say a bunch, but there's a few more skillful than LeBron James. But the complete package, championships, whatever. But out here, really playing for stats to say I'm the greatest, like that debate's already been had. You can't catch Michael. Some people mind you can't catch Magic, Bird, Kobe. You can't catch Michael. It's awful. You can do whatever you want to do. You ain't gonna catch him. You didn't elevate the game like that. And I just think, he just came in with social media got popular and when social media got popular, and that hurt the game too. They really was chasing money and they really was chasing, all that other stuff, and everybody was friendly, and even though we played each other in the AAU championship, we still was friendly friends, and we played basketball. We stayed at the same hotel together. We basically grew up together. He can't do nothing about that. But I think him going to Miami, artificially searching for a championship, that fucked it up for him. That first finals in Cleveland, nothing he can do about that. They didn't even need to be there. The Pistons allowed them to be there by not having their shit together. But Boston beating that ass and teaming up with Wade and Bosh to beat Boston, that was terrible. Boston didn't win another championship, and they was on their way out anyway. But thinking the people, he came back to Cleveland when they gave him that championship. They cheated for him. They cheated for his first championship, and they cheated for that championship in Cleveland. I vividly remember that OKC, thing, and got the whole thing with Rick Carlisle. I may speak on that, about Rick Carlisle saying that the league got something to get small market teams. We all know that. The NBA is listed as an entertainment business, so legally they can fix games. It's not a sports business. This is why they don't really want, they want LA, New York, Boston, Miami, and the media wants that too, because guess what? They don't mind being in LA. They don't mind traveling to Miami for the final. Remember when he went back to Cleveland, Stephen A was complaining about traveling to Cleveland. So the media, when you listen to them, they got a stake in the game too. They tell them to push the Cowboys, push the Lakers, push with LeBron at, when Pound was in New England. They tell them to push all that propaganda shit. And that's why Clutch Sports felt, it was necessary to tell the media to push for LeBron James for MVP votes. LeBron getting old. He ain't got the pull he used to have no more. You think they don't push certain things through the media, through LeBron to get things to the media, or say he to go? Say the medias are pawns. Just like in boxing, how they give media access or more access, just for pandering and lying to their subscribers and to their fans. It's no different in the NBA. They fund these media guys. They give them access, memorabilia, pricing a few hosts to their hotel. Most of them dudes don't even like women no more. That's crazy. That's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, they do that. Send them suits, send them shoes and all that shit. Man, they bought the media. That's why you can't really trust the media they bought. They're not like if you go to a plant and say, well, labor was handle a dispute between the employees and that can't be handled between the employee and employers or the union. They go to labor, and the labor is the third non-biased parties that handle those disputes. The media is not labor. They're not a non-biased party. They're a bought party. They're for sale. But hey, check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree. Find me on Instagram, Facebook. Check out the Patreon. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna talk about what else I was going to talk about on the Patreon? Oh, LeBron's wife starting the podcast. I'm going to speak on that. So check that out. Hopefully y'all see that pretty soon. But everywhere, Kick, Twitch, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate y'all. Share the video. Peace.